Good evening, football critics. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Nhlanhla Nhlazinim Team, and I am back with another post-match video. Well, let's call it um, a double post-match video in a single video because I'll be dissecting both the Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs games. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, um, the title race is looking juicy at the moment. Um, it's heating up. It really is heating up. I'm happy. I'm happy with it. This season we have a proper title race. I think I'd said in my TikTok video. I think it was my TikTok video a few days ago that I wish ukuthi le title race could go all the way and drag up until the last day, like the last day. So three ama team could win it at the last day. Well, I'm not sure whether that will happen. Especially since kukhona Mamelodi Sundowns, because the Mamelodi Sundowns could just spoil that party. So I guess as Sundowns what they can just do. Yeah, well Sundowns can just win 90% of amagame wabasele, or even more than 90%. Can Pirates and Chiefs do that? We still yet to be proven ngalokho. But yeah, man, exciting times. I'm happy ngale title race that I'm seeing. Mamelodi Sundowns, I think they're number one with 32 points. Kaizer Chiefs is number two with 30 points. Both played 15 games. Orlando Pirates is number three with 29 points. I think Pirates has played 13 games. Um, People will say Utiba Sunny game in hand, but the thing is, ama game in hand are not points guaranteed. So Pirates now will have to win both of those games if they want to be um, number one. But yeah, man, let's get into these games without wasting much time. I'll start with the Mamelodi Sundowns game. I thought the Mamelodi Sundowns game was pretty similar to the game Le Pirates Neskukune that I was watching the weekend. Similar in the sense that Iskukune were playing defensively, very defensively, trying to make sure Oguti they are defensively sound, they hit on the counter. Yeah, well. Um, I feel like the game that I saw against the Orlando Pirates, the Pirates managed to create more chances. They were able to carve Skukune open, especially in the second half. But the difference is the Pirates couldn't score. And that's the worry I have, the Orlando Pirates, because the Sundowns in yesterday's game, they managed to use those chances when it really mattered. Yeah, well, I still worry about the right hand side, the Sundowns. Lento yabo ukuthi operator one player and he has to do all the work, because on Friday it was Khuliso Mutau and he got exposed. Yesterday it was Trapa My Trapa, Utapelo Muren, and fortunately, Iskukune didn't take advantage of Lelo side Lelo, and then they couldn't punish the Sundowns. But this is what Sundowns does. This is what Sundowns does. Because playing away against this Kukun is not an easy game, and to win 2-0, it's a great result. But this is a normal result for Mamelodi Sundowns at this stage of the season. Um, so yeah, great performance from the Sundowns. Um, I thought they handled the game quite well. Um, I thought at times in the first half they could have been a little bit more patient, getting build up play. Yeah, but I think they tried to rush things. They didn't want to play um, just a little bit more patient enough, just to make Iskukune lose its shape here during the first half. They were trying to play in those balls in behind way too much, and it was so easy for Iskukune to deal with them. I know with Makono Reyners, that's how they play. Yeah, well, but Iskukune was well prepared for that. Yeah, well, so I thought the first half they could have been just a little bit more patient, but second half, the real Mamelodi Sundowns that we know um, came through, and they ended up winning the game. Nice to see Brian Leon scoring again. I think he will grow in confidence if he continues to get more goals, get more game time, because we all know these South American players that the Sundowns buy, and great goal foot from Nuno Santos, from Ikat Becky, nice finish. It just shows you the quality that the Sundowns has, because most of our South African players do not score those goals, especially like Laga Nuno. It may sound simple, but it's not to most of our South African players. But great stuff to see. Moving on to the game, Kaizer Chiefs, Nemarumo Gallants. To be honest, if I'm being totally honest, I think it was a very dull game, if I'm being totally honest. Without that magic of spark from Ulilepo, I thought that game was just gonna be just another one of those games, yeah, nil-nil. Um, just one of those boring games because firstly, um, I'll start with the Kaizer Chiefs. Uh, I've said it even on my TikTok, Uguti. This season, Kaizer Chiefs has improved massively when it comes to defending, when it comes to not conceding a goal. People may say, Uguti, um, yeah, they're still not being tested as much. They're still not playing against Amateam Amakulu, Ignacio Miguel this, Ignacio Miguel that. But the difference is, in previous seasons, the defense, lama complaints that people are complaining about, they were there last season. Labo Miguel complaining about, it was there last season. But last season, Chiefs was conceding goals and they were losing games. This season, they are not conceding, and they don't lose a game. They're starting to win la game, man. So there's an improvement in that sense, and credit ngempela to our coach for finding that defensive solidity to not concede a goal. Yes, there's still problems. I still see problems when it comes to attack and the balance of a midfield. I feel like Ukochi, I'll start with the midfield. I feel like Ukochi is not putting a midfield setup that suits the players that he has. Yabo double pivot yakamabowe no is not gonna give you a fluidity in that midfield. Both of them midfield allow one is a 8, more close to being a number 10, and the other one is just a number 10 or a false 9 player. Yabo. The number 8 more of a 10 is Ukosingpile Ngcobo, and the number 10 false 9 is Ulebo Mabo. Yes, fine. I saw ukuthi Ulebo Mabo has a work rate. He loves being on the ball. And we are mark, yabo. So I can understand that sense of wanting to play him in a double pivot, but the thing is you are killing special trait yakhe, which is being in the opposition's goal. Yabo. So that midfield balance, I'm still worried about. Even the attack, I still don't think our players understand each other when it comes to the attack. When they get the ball in attacking positions, they don't know what to do. The movement of other players as well is not good. There's no fluidity we attack. Yeah, well, they're not finding those passes to break a team. Like there were so many occasions where they get into an attacking area, um, especially Uvelepai, Beno Mdu Shabalala. Uvelepai would get the ball, cut in, sees no one angampasela, tries to shoot, lahleki ball. Same as Umdu Shabalala, he gets into those areas, angene boxini, no options, he has to retrieve back, I'll pass it back, he move the ball. So Chiefs, they still need to find fluidity in attack. I feel like if they do find that fluidity, I think they'll be more of a threat than they actually are right now. Um, but it's just finding the right balance from a coach, um, and then the motivation in my player. I feel like if once a chief starts scoring goals from combination play, from attack, webone ukuthi okay, it was well crafted. I feel like if they start scoring more of those goals, I feel like it will rub into our player, even like with confidence our player. So yeah, man, but all in all, at the end of the day, it's 3 points. Um, Congratulations to the Kaizer Chiefs and the Mamelodi Sundowns for getting maximum 3 points. As for Marumo Gallants, Marumo Gallants has a weird way of playing. They play without a target man, a number 9. But the thing is, indlela abadlala ngayo, because they're not a patient team. They love to play long. But when you play long, you're playing to Abondlondo. Undlondo, isikhathi esiningi, is not going to win those balls, not going to win those aerial balls. We are later laphayana to Abozitaquinica, who are more physical and more tall than Philip Ndlondo. Yes, there was occasions where they played that ball kahle and Undlondo managed to knock and play it to my player. But I feel like not having a target man limits Imarumo Gallants nge-threat. They look good when they have the ball, especially when they have to craft it out from the back, baphume nalo and go forward. They look good. But when they get there, they don't look like they're gonna score. We saw it even now with final when they played against the Pirates. There was in that game, there was not a moment where I felt like Imarumo Gallants would score in that game. Same today, because of that, not having a number 9. So I think no coach wabo moving forward, he needs to do something along. Yeah, well, because is on there's no point in being able to play ball kamnandi from the back, but not having a fluidity up front, um, that will get you a goal. So yeah, man, in that sense. But all in all, man, I'm really happy with what I'm seeing in the PSL. This is football heritage. This is South African football heritage. What we're experiencing right now. Proper title race from the 3 biggest clubs in Mzansi. As I've said multiple times, I hope this can go throughout the whole season. Title race it this right there on the last day, but sobona. But yeah, that's it from me. To your point, Dima. Make sure you smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. We're talking Brit football here on this channel always. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Voila.